Cambodia.
Cambodia.
Yeah.
I was just talking to myself and I was like, man, I never have I have never had to edit a video, so I'll have to edit
Are
this
you?
one and combine it. Stupid, I'll just Google it. Okay. Okay, so what we were talking about is what was the last thing you heard? Because I was probably rambling on for a while.
Um, you were talking about like matching my trading style with my personality, something like that.
Yes. So you were mentioning, um, should you take scalping? Hell no, you shouldn't take scalping. You have to match your personality. And the other thing was, should you take A plus setups? Yes, man, you have to. Less is more.
Okay.
That's how you become consistently profitable. That and it transitions beautifully, beautifully into your second question, which was how, what can you do to
Yeah.
review the process?
Mhm. Yeah.
Now, let's ask and dig into the first one. Do you do trade review? Do you recap from trade review?
I I have it, but I'm not like doing it on a regular basis. I guess that's why I'm asking the question because I don't have this habit of going through the review. I don't know what's the good things to do,
Well, you have to do
and
it. You have
that's
to use the website. Have you uploaded your infos on it?
I do it, but not every day. I do it like every
It's okay. You do it like once a
three
week, once a
day,
month.
once a
That's
week.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can you jump on trade review right now and tell me your stats or no? Are you able to?
Um, I don't have my computer in front of me.
Okay. Then let me ask you, what is your what's your average winning hold period?
It used to be very short,
Give me a time
but I
frame.
have like between 5 and 20 minutes.
Okay, that's your average winning. What about your average loser? How long do you hold that for?
Loser, I think it was a bit longer, like
Okay. So that
40 minutes. Yeah.
by itself kind of I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but that means you have risk management issues and sometimes you beg hold, which is a reference that you're
Uh,
down and
yeah,
then you hold for a long period longer and you're hoping to come back, right?
yeah, I do that sometimes.
Yeah. So you need to cut that out ASAP. ASAP. So 5 minute to 20 minute.
Yeah, but that
On
was like uh 2 weeks ago, and now I'm trying something different, like those bigger picture trend during the day, and I would like hold winning trade for much longer, like 1 or 2, 3 hours, for the whole day.
So you will not become profitable unless you fix your risk management issues. You won't become profitable. You know me. I'll keep it straight with you.
Yeah,
You're Canadian, I'm Canadian. Forget Canadian. We're both human beings. We're both traders. We're both have had struggles and we have struggles in different variables and different metrics.
yeah.
As straight as it is, bro, you're not gonna become profitable if your risk management's bad. 100% you're not.
Okay,
So
okay.
what you need to do is to focus on your risk management. So I'm assuming before what time frame were you? Were you 5 minutes or 1 minute?
I was 1 minute, but I'm trying to evolve into like a 3 minute, 5 minute.
Yeah. So 3 minute,
Yeah,
3 minute, 5 minute. If based on if you're holding for like 20 minutes or something, my recommendation, and if you're like to be on a bigger time frame, it makes it easier unless you're in scalper type of mode.
yeah.
Um, and you have to figure out your risk management, bro. You have to use hard stops, and you have to have proper placements. And if you hard stop, just get out. If you don't,
Mm-hmm.
I always say this toughly and in a rude way, but my objective
Yeah.
is to make a stand, to put a stamp in the person's mind.
No, but that's good. That's what I want. I'm not. I don't want to feel like
Okay, then
and
fucking fix your risk management because there's no point in talking about this stuff. Because no
okay.
matter what strategy you have, you follow anybody, Risk management is king if you're day trading. 95% of people lose their money within 3 months. So
Mm.
whatever you need to do, you need to fix it. Why are you stopping out? Are you using too much size? There's something going on there. You use hard stops if you have to. Stop out 50,000 times. Well, don't stop out 50,000 times. But like, work on your entry setup. Forget everything, bro. You got risk management. You have to do that. How do you do that? If you can't hold yourself accountable to stop out, use a hard stop.
Yeah.
Do you add to a loser?
Sorry, what?
Do you add to a losing position?
Rarely. I
Well,
just take my loss and I. But the thing is, like sometimes my loss, like I have 3 losses like in a row,
mm,
and that's what happened. Like that's why I'm trying to figure out: is it the setup that is not working for me, or I'm just having a bad read of the market, or
are you small caps or big caps, by the way?
mainly big caps,
Yeah, big caps are
like
a
stock
little,
in play,
yeah, whipsaw.
those having earnings.
Yeah, I don't have much experience, but they have a lot of whipsaws. 1 hour chart always tends to help me on bigger caps. Smaller time frame,
1 hour
too
chart.
many. 1 hour chart for me
Okay.
personally always helps, but that's my trading style for the bigger
Okay.
cap. Um, so how do you fix the risk management issue? So one, let's, because that's the most critical. Okay, sometimes you said add to loser. You've been trading for actively for 3 months, right?
Yeah.
You need to put that adding to a loser out of your vocab, which means don't even
Okay.
think, don't even dream about adding to a loser.
Okay.
Don't you fucking do it once, because one time you do it, bro, and it
Yeah.
works, your brain will
Yeah.
be like, oh, it worked last
Yeah.
time. You won't think twice about it. Don't act to a loser. And if you have hard time stopping out, just use hard stops, man. Just use hard stops.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
you said like 2 things, like hard stop and proper placement or proper trade location.
say that second part again.
You said like risk management is it's about like I could improve my risk management by putting hard stop
Well, because it
and
seems like you're
also
not stopping out, right? So
yeah.
for you to figure out why you're not stopping out, you have to like mentally search. You're
Hmm.
trying not to be wrong. There's like so many issues.
Yeah.
But you are, based on the quick studies and based on the conversations we're having, because we're trying to improve, you're not able to stop out. So if you can't do something and you know you need to, just put it out of your hand.
Okay.
Don't, we can't kumbaya our way out of stopping out, right? If we
Yeah.
find we have issues with stopping out, use hard stops, man.
Hmm.
Use hard stops. Um,
All
so that's
right.
one way.
Yeah.
The other way, uh, in my opinion, I don't know if it'll fit you. Use kind of the 1 hour chart. Maybe it's your position. It's so hard, complex to, but maybe your risk management is not there. Maybe you're thinking you're risking $30, but in reality, when you calculate, do you calculate your stop and then you find out, oh shit, I'm like down 200 when I was risking 30, and then you hold on, or do you calculate how much you're risking before you enter? You
Sometimes I do. I know where my stop is, and but I don't have hard stop. It's just a mental stop. And sometimes the stock will just drop like further, like even more than my stop, and when I exit, it's more than what I expect.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't stop out, so maybe your stop out placement's not good. Maybe your position sizing. It could be too many variables, bro. But just put a hard stop for three-fourth
Okay.
size, whatever it is, or full size. Just stop out, and maybe use an. In my opinion,
Mhm.
this may work and may not for you. Maybe use an hourly chart.
Okay,
Hourly
I'll
chart
try.
for your stop. Do you know what I mean?
Uh,
Hourly chart for small cap, like you know about like previous low and previous high and all that stuff, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So just like use above it. So if stock is at like 140 is the top resistance, or if it's like 139.80. Oh, you're using small size, so that I don't know. Yeah, use the hourly rather than the 1 minute or 5 minute chart as a stop. Maybe that would help you.
Okay.
That is your king. What else?
And
Oh, you said what else? What other question is like? I could do a full session on this, and you know what? This is a blessing that this turned into a 2 session video. Everything happens for a reason, bro. Everything in life happens for a reason. Some things are for bad reasons, some things are good. So your second question is, which I fell in love with, and I told you, if you could share your periodic review process to improve your result, fuck yes, I can, and fuck yes, this is important. The most. Okay, so what I do, bro, every
yeah.
single day, I write down. If you're starting, I would recommend writing down. Okay, I'll just go with what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I start with what I did good in the trade, what I need, not what I did bad, what I did good, what I need to improve upon. This is a very big, important difference. What I did good, what I need to improve upon. And then I grade myself. And I also have a monthly goal. So if you're starting up, my recommendation is you have to write down what was your on your head, what was your thought process and the risk and reward. So you write down, I entered here. So you have your entries exit, right? I take a screenshot. So my step process,
Mm-hmm.
of course, sorry, I forgot. I take a screenshot of my entries and exit, and then every day, even if I'm not journaling, as soon as I'm done trading, before I leave my desk, I make it a habit. I have a folder, I save it. It's called I forgot, like platform entries exit, whatever it's called. And then when I later come back on, my recommendation would be is you have your entries and exits. When you take the position, you write down my risk was this much, and that was my reward. So write that. And the second thing that's important, you need to write down what you did good. Third, what you need to improve upon. Number four is grade yourself. How do you think you did overall? This way, your P&L will not be the reason why uh, your P&L will not be the reason. So sometimes you can have a red day, but your trading could be good, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you focus on that, that's my whole goal, and that's how you will progress.
Okay. So like whenever you don't trade, you would do all the steps.
If I don't trade, I don't know. I try to recap on my trades.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you do that every day, and then at the end of the week, you just review all those daily recaps.
Yeah, sometimes weekly, sometimes monthly. I do for sure. Uh, Daily recap I do every day. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes when I find, like, if I'm having, and the beautiful part about doing daily recap is sometimes I catch myself slipping up, because you know what, bro, you're not alone. Even for somebody that's been trading for a long period of time, for
Yeah.
yeah, I still slip up, and sometimes I catch that on myself when I do daily recap. I'm like, ooh, I wasn't risk obeying here. Let me not do that. Ah,
Okay.
another recommendation. I don't know if you're writing this stuff down.
I'm
Um,
trying.
okay, one other key recommendation is if your broker gives you a max lockout day, have that. So if you're risking $30 in each trade, and let's say, like, put a number that you're maximum comfortable losing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get locked out, let's say, I don't know if you're, I don't know how many trades you take, but if it's like you're taking 5 trades, 10 trades, like 150, $180 for the day. If you take that out, the broker will close your positions, and then it will lock you out for the day. And
Okay.
you can't go and reopen it. You can't do that. That will help
So I
you.
just stop trading and I move on.
Yeah, but don't let yourself be the deciding factor. let the broker lock you out,
Okay.
and don't try to go back. So, yeah. But yeah, the process is very important to recap every day.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else, brother?
And so, like, how do you make sure that you're working on your goals, like every day? Because you said like at the end of the day, you have to write down like what you need to improve upon.
In that case, yeah,
Yeah. So
go
how do
ahead.
you follow up on those goals? Like, how do you make sure that you are working on your goals every day to improve?
So it's it's just hitting it on the head every day. It will just come naturally because you
Okay.
realize it. If you want to do well, it will come. But what I have maybe a bit more complex. I didn't want to get into it. I have a monthly goal. Like at different levels, you will have different goals. Um, a few months ago, 6, 7, 8 months, 9 months ago, I had sizing up as a goal, and I grade myself. How did I do in my sizing up? Nowadays,
Okay.
I'm following my risk management is my something that I want to work on. I want to enhance my risk management because I'm a discretionary trader. So that's an area that I want to improve. So
Okay.
if you do daily recap and you just write what you want to improve, example is like you stopped out early, you didn't follow your plan. It's like, oh, I didn't do that. You didn't stop out. Like, oh, I need to improve on stopping out. I need to put a hard stop. Well, how do you do that? Like, you have a talk. Acknowledging it, when you acknowledge it, if you're smart, it will kind of come to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how you do it.
Okay.
All right, brotherhood. I am a bit burned out. Any last one or two questions?
Yeah, just one last question.
Go for it.
It's about trader view. Like, how do you tag your trades? How do you make sure you are tagging correctly your trades and mm, be able to measure the result for each trade?
Do you have the paid version?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So when you tag it, example, it depends on how you want to tag it. So if you have a play that you are buying, let's say you're long a stock on a double bottom. So your tag would be double bottom. You can have multiple tags in a play. You can have multiple things. Like you can have I didn't obey my risk. You could have my setup as in like this is my double bottom play. This is my triple
Mm,
bottom. This is my rejection high of the day. This is my above weave up long midday. So you can tag it however you want.
okay.
Is
All
that your
right.
question or is that something else?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense. Yeah.
All right, brother. Really good talking to you. Stay safe. Hopefully you do well. I will be
That's right.
I will be uploading this. It'll be a long one. Um,
Okay.
and then
Thanks so much, for your help,
no worries,
for all
brother.
the advice.
No worries, brother. I wish you the best. Um,
Thank you.
feel free to reach out any time in the future. We'll maybe a few months down the road, maybe we'll jump back on. I'm not sure. So have a wonderful weekend, bro.
Okay.
Take care.
Yeah, you too. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Okay, amigos. So this is part two of the session. The first one, his voice got cut out because his electricity went out. He's in Cambodia. He was in Quebec. This one, I kept it separate because I was gonna combine it. It's not really laziness, and I'm not a good editor. As you guys can see, I don't make thumbnails or anything. Uh, I'm not a good editor, but at the same like I don't do this for money. So uh, the other part that's kind of like a blessing is I really like the second part of the question, which was revolved around the process, which is something I really believe in. Like, what's your recap process? We should all have one. So this is why this is a part two kind of play. So that turned out really well. If this is something that it's beneficial for you guys, click subscribe, turn that notification bell on, and most important of all, you'll make me happy by sharing this with somebody that it helped. We've all been there. We all struggled. Um, and so, yeah, if it makes a difference, it makes me feel good, and that's all. And it will hopefully continue to push me to do more of these. Take care, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned. Next one's coming within a few days.